Hey man, what you working on?
Oh, just the next video for the channel.
Still on that Homelite, huh? Man, who would have thought you couldn't fix it in one video, let alone 3?
Yeah. Well, it's probably gonna be 4.
Oh, okay. Well, good luck.
Oh, thanks, man. And by the way, this lighting makes you look extremely handsome.
Oh.
Whoa! Did we almost just kiss each other?
Oh, what?
Oh man, that would have been crazy. How weird if we just kissed each other, huh?
Oh, I wasn't trying.
That should be plenty hot. Let's give it just a few love taps. See if she pops for us. Nothing. All right. I'm just gonna hit it just one time. All right, that went around like maybe an 1/8 of a turn. Things on there pretty good, man. See if I can pop it a few more times here. Dang. I think it's stuck, huh? Well, give it a few more hits here. Something popped. Ah, we got her. Woo! That took forever. What I'm gonna do is, this thing is piping hot. It was hot through the towel on my hand. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna let this thing sit for a bit. But ooh, geez Louise, touch with my hand. But for right now, we got it. Woo! Oh. All right, so we got the flywheel off, and then they have this cover sitting on wherever it is, right about there. So you have the points under here. I think, let me look back at the grid. I think these bolts should come out, and then we should get access to the crank seal, because I don't believe this is the crank seal right there. Let me look at the diagram, and then we'll get back to it. I'll see about taking those out and hopefully keeping that whole setup together so we're not messing with that. I like to not throw anything out of alignment here. And then see if we can get to that seal. All right, let's continue on with this. See if I can take this cover off here. From the looks of the diagram, the seal's just right underneath it here, so we will see, huh? All right, let's check it out. So I'll put it this way for you guys. Let me get you guys a better angle here. See if we can jam something in there. Give it the old pry technique. See if I can just get something else in there. Seems to be going up.
I think we will have to, let me see if I can just get this out of its little hole here. I love to keep everything attached in here. Oh, it came out anyways, so. So here it is. It was this right here. The black wire looks like it goes underneath the capacitor there. You see it? It's pretty wiggly right now. Let's see if I can. So it just sneaks in under there. So that's gonna have to be tightened up. So here is why. And I think we have a little situation on our hands now. This is the bearing. So looking at it, oh wow, the crank seal. So you have to remove all of this to get to the crank seal. Let me show you guys. So you see here, this gasket and the metal there has been destroyed for some of it. Here's the components. So here's the bearing. Let's see if I can get a flashlight in there and we can take a look at the crank seal. So you see, let's see here, get behind you guys. So just between the felt and the bearing there is the seal. So what we need to do is, since we have this out, we might as well just do it, but it's gonna be a little janky on the repairs. And the reason is I chewed this up a little bit. So I'm just gonna take some RTV, maybe some sandpaper, and kind of flatten that out. Just take some RTV and put it on there, and we'll get this back on. But first, since this is out, and it'll be a lot easier to do with this out, let's get all this stuff off. And let's see here. Yeah, kind of chewed up there too. So we're gonna get some RTV on this. This shouldn't have come off. So heads up on that. This doesn't want to come off this way. I thought, looking at the diagram, is that this was a floating unit for the timing, but they actually have it as part of the seal. So this is how the crank is supposed to come in and out. So if we had the other side taken off and we took the piston out, we could actually pull the seal out this, or the crank out this way. So good to know. I'm gonna move everything aside. I'll get you guys set up and we'll kind of take this apart and see if we can get to that seal. It should be a little bit easier to put it in now, but let me get you set back up. All right, so what I'm gonna do is start taking everything off. We're gonna have to get these components off and get this little felt kind of retainer off so we can get to the crank seal. So, which means when we put everything back, we're gonna have to redo the point gap. So I'll show you that. And that's gonna be after we kind of put everything back on. You see how it adjusts right here? So when I loosen this side up, see how you can kind of move it around? Oh. We can kind of set it that way, so this is spring loaded. So this is all gonna be one component in here, it looks like. Sometimes it's good to kind of get into things here. So that went there. Get an idea of what you're working with, you know. Again, that's also part of the channel. I'm not experienced in taking this stuff apart, so the point's to kind of learn, and hopefully, you know, those who are looking, you know, to try to figure out what's going on can learn with me, or if you do know, you know, have a good laugh. Okay, so this is the seal here. Let's see. Here's the new one. Before we start yanking anything out, let's just verify that it looks pretty close.
Looks wider, huh? I don't think they're the same. Because this goes all the way to the outer walls. You see that? That new one's not going to fit. Let's put this in here. This wasn't the worst side. The other side was obviously where, you know, the majority of the problem was. So that side was going bad. However, this side wasn't the best either. It wasn't like it was brand new. I'm thinking this is just something we will have to live with because I do not want to take it out. These are the bearings. I do not want to have to take it out and get stuck with no seal in it, with it all apart. So we're just going to put this back together. What I'll do is I'll show you, I'm going to put all this back together. You saw how it came off, so let me get it back together. I'll put it back into the saw with some RTV. We'll get everything kind of cranked down. I'll get the point set, and we'll let things dry, and just start putting it together. I don't feel comfortable taking that out. I see that the seal is not the same size, so that's why we're not going to proceed. And also, this one wasn't the problem as much as the other one. It would be nice to change it out, but yeah, what are you going to do? So let me get everything back together, and then I'll bring you guys back for putting it back on there and setting points. I got everything put back into place. The points themselves are loosely on. What I'm going to do is get a little RTV in here. So I'm going to put that on, kind of smear it lightly with my finger, decently flush, get any kind of chunkies out of there. See if we can find her. 0.6015. So we have 0.15 inches. And what we're gonna do, let me not keep the camera here, is with that open, we're gonna push this so it's snug. Let me get the screwdriver to set. So we're gonna do this one. Okay. Perfect. All right, I also found the cause of my leaking gas when we first started it. So if you listen to this, it's coming right from this hole. So looking into it, I got the part. It looks like it's probably the same. There's a little check valve that's supposed to go in there. So we need to take this whole carburetor out, pull this back a little bit, and try to get access to this part to switch out. So let me yank that carb out, and then we'll get to that before we start cleaning. So let me, I'll yank it out. With all this out, I'll show you guys taking this out and kind of separating it back.
We're not going to take it off all the way. We're just going to go like that. Cool. Looks like the right part. That thing was in there pretty good, so let's give this thing a nice little eighth of a turn here, huh? That should be fine. Let's check it real fast before we put everything together. We should blow in here and it should be able to hold pressure. Here's the gas line. Put my finger over that. That's better. I'm sure this in itself will help kind of cool it down. All right, we got her back together. Like I said, I have that RTV on that side. We're gonna let that sit for a bit before we run it. You know, that way it can get set. But other than that, everything looks pretty good. Has nice spark. I was able to test that out. But yeah, no, I think this thing should be okay. I'm kind of worried about the other seal. I had plans, you know how that goes. But this is good. This is good that we know where it's at now. But I had plans to kind of put a nice big bar on this and make this thing pretty nice. But I feel like without a complete tear down to go through it and everything, it's just not worth it quite yet. If it runs okay, you know, after we did the seal here and, you know, and doesn't leak gas and stuff, then maybe I'll use it a bit or whatever, but maybe in the future we might do a complete tear down and restoration of this. It just has a lot of compression, so that was sort of like my thoughts on it. And it has basically everything you kind of want in like a little saw. Has the oil override and metal lines and everything. So it's kind of like, I guess the dream of it, you know, and I had this idea of doing full wrap handlebars on it some point, doing like a little custom one. But until then, we'll see how this thing fires up. So next time I see you guys, it'll probably be a few days for me, but for you, just a few seconds. We'll see how she runs, and then we'll kind of assess after that. But yeah, let's see how she does. All right, we got it out. We're just going to try to run it against some wood here. This was really just to see how she holds up in the tune. So let me get you guys set up, and we'll get her going. We'll get her started, then warm up. I don't know if that's a seal issue. Something I do notice is it definitely has a lot of gas in here. Something's telling me that's probably where our issue's coming from. I have a hard time thinking that it's those seals. They didn't look to be in that bad a condition. We replaced one of them, one of the bigger culprits, so I am not sure where that's coming from, if that's coming from the carb or not. Let's run it and just look at it without the filter on. A lot of gas in it now. So there's a lot of gas. Gas is still coming out of there. I bet you that's where a lot of the run problems are coming from. We'll have to try to figure out what's going on. I don't think the reed valves are bad. I mean, we just replaced those. Who knows? I'll look into it, but as of right now, I think we'll just put this saw back up and come back to it. So we looked at the crank seals. I don't think that's what's going on. I think our issues are going to be in this carburetor. So next time we see the saw, we'll see if we can figure that out. So thank you guys for joining me. I wish I was able to figure it out, but hey man, sometimes that's how it goes. So until next time. All right, pulled off this, and there she is. The little gasket maker I used definitely blew out. This one actually, see this nick right there? That actually has a gap. So what we need to do is, I think we need to take a look at this. I see 2 nicks on 2 reed valves. I think we're gonna have to order up some reed valves for it, so. Oh man. All right, don't look at it, don't look at it. Okay. Oh man, that would have been crazy. How weird if we just kissed each other, huh? Oh man, that would have been crazy. What if we just kissed each other? No, it's, all right, ready? Oh man, that would have been crazy. How weird would it have been if we just kissed each other, huh? I like that, that's good.